Hello, thanks for coming. I am doing a little experiment here with this 8296, as you might see here. Best way to watch this, because right now my editing capabilities are about 0. Best way to watch this is to open 2 windows. That's why I've started these premieres at the same time. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is just tickety-boo here. Anyway, as you see up on the screen, which you can't see there, but you can see here, that's why I suggest the close-up view, is the program World of Commodore. Now, it doesn't have the whole screen in here, but it's not bad. Just because I said I could before, I'm going to print J. Let's see, that it has run this thing 2,053 times. World of Commodore. And I will list the program, and I will move it up onto the screen to see what's what here. Now, as I look at this, it's funny, as I found when working on that show, reflections in the monitor can take away from what is what. And why do we have reflections? Because we have light. And why do we have light? Well, so we can see. But I don't think I really need this light on. I don't. So there. I am in the dark. But I'm suspecting that the recording on the screen looks much better. Yes, it does. So chances are, if you're watching the long view here, it might not be so exciting. Now, here I am. Yes, I am in the dark, all right. Can I do this in the dark? I'm not sure if I can. It's darker than I thought. There's light coming in from the back window, but that is not enough, really. Let me see. So I have this secondary light that if I pop it up in the sky here, maybe it will not interfere with what's going on the screen, and I can see the keyboard, I believe. And you can probably see me again. Hello. Actually, I may. You know what? I don't usually do this, but I'm thinking I might be out of the frame here. So I'm going to tweak this over a bit in the midst of filming. All right. So here we are. So here is the little program I described before. In just a second, will I get some, I think these are some of my reading glasses. Oh yeah, it doesn't look bad on there. Anyway, so yes, here it is. The quick program to clear the screen and print over and over and over World of Commodore. But if you were with me on the last episode, I spoke of how I worked for this movie thing called Hide and Seek, which was based on a book called The Adolescence of P1, and how I did other things in there. I did. Actually, what I did, which somebody said, you should have filed a patent for that, I had it so that regardless of what key was pressed, the right letters would come up. And I also did have spaces and times when there would be errors that it looked like they were typing and then quickly corrected and went on. And that's not difficult. You just had to make sure they didn't hit the run stop key. Anyway, so here it is, the World of Commodore. But I think what I would like to do is try to adapt this to do it more like what I would have done in the movie thing. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to move the cursor down, 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 down. So this is still in vision. and I'm going to start a new program at line 100. And it's going, remember, it's been a while since I've done this, but I'm going to say read a $sign, which is a string, which was a, if it was A, it would just be a numeric value, but with an A string, it can be both numbers and letters. So this is all a test. Now I'm going to put in 999 data, quote, and capitals, world of Commodore, quote, done. And then on 110, I'm going to put print, oh, excuse me, things are happening, okay, in, oh dear. I do not believe I ever pressed return on read a $sign. Okay, so in 110, I'm going to say print a string. Now this list. Move it up, and then I'm going to go to 100. Oh. And if I do that, it does seem that in fact it has read my data. So that's good. I think what I'm going to do in this case, because now I'm remembering what it is that I would do, I would read it in and I would do it. I think I'm going to do it differently here, in that I'm going to put in a line, probably 990. I'll put the data and a quote, and W and a quote, comma. And I think you know what is happening here. I'm doing it one paint, one letter at a time. And of course, one space at a time. Oops. Comma. There's probably a faster way. But so be it. And chances are I will mix up something or other here, and there will be an error. But maybe not. So yes, M, quote, comma, quote, M, quote, comma, quote, O, quote, comma, quote. Oops, did I get it? Yeah, comma. I wonder if I will fit it on the line. I do not know. Probably not. But that is okay. With data statements, they can go on to the other side. And the other thing that should happen somewhere along here, there it is a warning that, hey, you're getting close to the end there. Ooh, they might just fit. Oh, well, sort of. No. I'm in quote mode. Okay, just a sec. I want to get that line in there. And then I want to look at it and see, did I fumble it? It looks, maybe, oh, sorry. There we are. It looks like maybe I did that okay. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change this to a semicolon. I'm going to add another line. With a space for data. And well, I know Right now it should just print a W. It does. Okay. That's good. There we are. So now we have to figure out what to do here. 115. Sorry, when... Oh dear, I know what I'm not doing. I need to move up so you can see what it is that I'm doing. Ah! Sorry, it went a little far. If a string equals, quote, quote, in either words, nothing, then end. So 120, we'll go back to 100. Now, is this going to work? You know what I'm going to do before I screw up? I'm going to put line 1, go to 100. So I can just type run. Aha! That's interesting. Oh yeah, okay. Out of that error in 100. Yes. Well, I guess it didn't. It didn't stop. It did not stop when I said if a string equals nothing. Well, then what I should do then is I should put in data. Oops. I'll put in a line. Ah, I hit the wrong thing. Quote. Stop. Ah, what happened there? Stop. Alright, I don't think I screwed that up too badly. Okay, so now we'll change this to if a string equals 1, 2, 3, 4, STOP, then end. And we'll type in run. Oh yes. World of Commodore, stop. Haha, yes. Alright, easy enough dealt with. We'll change this to 112, which we can do, and then we'll just knock out line 115. And we'll move down, and we'll move up, and we'll test it, run. World of Commodore, stop. Why did it still press? Why did it still print that? Oh, right. Huh. Okay, so we'll change that to line 108. And all we have to do to get rid of 112 is put in the number, hit enter. Let's go down, let's go up. Run. World of Commodore. Isn't that beautiful? So now, we're getting there. I wonder, I think, maybe, if I change this to run, it may, in fact, look at that. See, once you've read the data, it's done. But if you rerun things, it continues. Now, is that good programming? Not really. But it works. So, now, the other thing that these things did is I need to put a space here. I need to put a quote, and I need to put, I think this will do it. Oh, hello. It just didn't do it. Oh, okay. Let me think about this. Let's put this line here. No, not that line. Oh yes, now we're in quote mode. That's what we want to be. See, it used to be. I will get this. Aha. Quote. Semicolon. And I'm going to back this up. I think I'm not quite there yet, but let's just see. No, that is not what I wanted to do. It's interesting, but that is not at all what I wanted to do. I believe what I wanted to do, I basically wanted to print a fake little cursor there. So I want to go back to quote, and then a backspace, and then a space, and then a quote, and then a semicolon. And of course, this will still be in quote mode, so I'll back up. Let's see what that does. No. Right, I know why, because I have not turned off the reverse screen thingy, reverse field thingy. Let's see what that does. Oh my. Well, I can't really tell, but I think I've done it, but it's definitely, there's an extra space in there. And it's going too fast. So I think maybe I need to put another one of those in there. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's good. It just wipes it out. Yeah, that's not exactly it. You will see in a moment. No, you won't. No, you will not. I need to adapt. What has happened here? Nope. I mean, it looks okay like this, but that is not the idea. Although it is nice stretched out like that. I could almost say, yeah, that looks good. And I think the idea of what I'm trying to do here is to create this fake cursor thing. So before I go crazy and mess with the fake cursor thing, which I think I've created, I need to slow things down. So in oh wait, I can steal that line. Oh, when it happens, it's 15, so I'll just make it 115, and I will slow it down. And I do not see the fake cursor at all. I do not. So, what have I done? Excellent question. Let's back up. Maybe what I need to do is do things just slightly different, shifting around the order of what it is that I've done. Oh, well, that's kind of it, but it's not. What's happening now is I have a cursor in between. That is not what I am after. And this undoubtedly, oh, well, that's kind of it. it is fixing it. But see, the whole thing is I'm trying to produce what looks like a fake cursor in front. Or not in front, but after each letter. One thing, of course, I can do right now is I can shorten this to say 133. And it will. It's funny, I do see the funny cursor, but I don't see the funny cursor. It's like I'm doing it too quickly. Well, that too can be corrected with a time delay. I wonder if that line is just screwed. That's another thing you can do, is you can take a line and turn it into a remark. And then I will go to line 111. Then I will think. So I want to print a space. A reversed space. Yeah, that's what I got, all right. I got a line of spaces. And then I want to turn that reverse thing off. Semicolon. And then for x equals 1, 2, 10, colon, next, x, colon, print, a, string, semicolon. Oh, is this going to work? Yeah, we're back to that crap. Okay. Hang on. I think we're getting close. I think if I put in one more cursor movement, maybe we'll be there. Aha! Well, kind of. That is kind of what we did, but not exactly. But one thing I can do for sure is shorten this loop. There we go. So it does not go as fast. So that looks more like going on an old bulletin board used to go, or used to look like. Not exactly, but somewhat. And sometimes, of course, the cursor would not be a cursor. The cursor, it might be just an underline line. It might be. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm printing reverse space, and then I'm turning off the reverse, and I'm moving back, and then I'm waiting. I'm counting to 10. And then I'm printing over top. So it does wipe out the original thing. Now, I'm going to go back to the listing for a moment, and I'm going to change this to a 0, so that when I do this, when I type run, where you can't see me typing run, it'll clear the screen. Oh, what have I done? Right. No, I cannot do that exactly. You see how every little thing, see when I tell it to run again, then it will run. And if I tell it to clear the screen when it runs, it will do that. And See, so one cheat wipes out another. So let me see here. I want it to clear the screen, but I don't want it to be affected by the next time it runs. But if I run it, right now if I run it, it will do what I ask. It just won't do it. It won't clear the screen and do it. Because I cheated. I did. So let me just see something. See, when you run a program, go to 100. All right, let's try this. 102 x equals x. Where's the plus sign? Plus 1 colon if x greater, no, if x equals 0, then print, and I will do the clear the screen thing. But I'm thinking that this is just going to clear the screen over and over again as well, because, no, it did not. Oh, of course it. If x equals 1. Yeah, every time I run it, it resets that. So that is not going to work. Oh, well. Well, I guess the other thing I can do is, before I run it, I can just clear the screen. Wait a... oh no. I was thinking I could add a clear screen to the data, but then it would do it again, and 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 again. So that's probably even just a little slower than 300 baud. So, where are we here? 5. I'll shorten that a bit. And there we are. That's pretty okay. It might even be still a little slower than 300 baud. It might. It might be. I'm not sure. I don't have a thing to count, but that's essentially what things would look like back in the days of 300 baud modems and bulletin boards. It is. So there are better ways to do this, and I will work on better ways to do this. Right now, my phone is telling me that it is running out of power. So what I think I will do, just to finish up, is I will change this to line 998, and I will change line 998 to, I will put the space, and then I will put D, comma, quote, E, quote, comma, quote, C, quote, comma, quote, E, quote, comma, quote, M, quote, comma, quote, B, quote, comma, quote, E, quote, comma, quote, oops, quote, oops, quote, R, quote, comma, quote, space, quote, comma, quote, didn't go right. Comma, quote, F, sorry, 5, quote, comma, quote, T, quote, comma, quote, H, quote, comma, quote, space, quote, comma, quote. I probably made an error in here. Anyway, 2, quote, comma, quote, 0, quote, comma, quote. I'm getting here. 2. I don't want to do this again. Quote, comma. You know what? I'm going to stop right there for a second. Oh dear. I have done. All right. Ugh. Oh yeah. No, this should be okay. I think. Let me list this. Yes. Okay. So this is what we want to be 991. This is what we want to be 998. Except I put in a 2. And then we move down. Okay. And then in 992, we need data, quote, 1, quote, comma, quote, exclamation mark, quote, comma, quote, space, quote. Does that work? Oh, I want to clear the screen first. Run. Does that work? World of Commodore, December 5th, 2021. World of Commodore, December 5th, 2021. Somehow, I have enough extra space in there. How did that happen? Oh, right, okay. I will take it out of this line. And let's see how it looks. World of Commodore, December 5th, 2021. Well, it looks okay. So that, if you're looking back on your BBS days, is very similar to the way things would come out. Although, once again, I think maybe that even might be a little slow. So I'm going to change this to 3. It's funny, there were times when I was working on that movie and they'd say something about something or other, and within seconds, because of course I wrote the program, I would be in there, make a quick change on timing or something a little faster, a little slower, a little more delayed, a little whatever. Boop, boop. They'd say, oh yeah, at the next break or whatever, and I'd be just boop, 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 done. And they'd say, what? I said, it's done. And they were like, how do you know that? Well, because I wrote the program. That too might be even still be a little slow. I wonder, am I actually changing? Aha, I am not. I am not changing the right thing. I will change that back to 5. I will change this to, say, 16. It's funny as you just say, oh yeah. Yeah, that's maybe a little better. Or even that might be a little slow. Let me change that to, say, another 5. And run. Yeah, that might be more like 300 baud or so. Anyway, the message is quite simple. Programming is interesting. Programming is fun. There's various ways to do something. And it's easy to make an error, and it's easy, one little shortcut can cause trouble for the rest of everything. There it is. But what is the message really? The World of Commodore is on December 5th, 2021. Maybe the 6th as well. For more information, go to Google and put in either TPUG, TPUG, Toronto Pet Users Group, or World of Commodore, and see what's what. If you're around Toronto, or not around Toronto, it's well worth attending, whether you are comfortable enough to come in person or not. So the screen is filling. Soon this will start to scroll a little bit, and it will carry on. There we go. Not as exciting as when you can see it scrolling by itself. Anyway, that is just a small sample of just diddling around with programming, checking things out, experimenting, and in the end, I'm pretty pleased with that fake cursor that I got running there. I am. Anyway, this, of course, is just, I just did this on the spur of the moment. The thing I did for them, I would read in whole lines of things and then have it just spit it out as a key was pressed, regardless of whichever key it was. Anyway, thank you for coming, and if you get a moment, sit down, write a little program, test something, try something, experiment. Push your brain, and remember those old days when you used to sit in class and say, I can do this. Or if you're new to this, just sit back and enjoy the magic of programming. And you know what? Everyone calls it coding. I still say it's programming. I don't know where the word coding came in. Coding to me sounds like or decoding what they did to break the codes of various countries and things and stuff did during the war, and I'm sure they still do stuff like that to break the codes. And maybe they use coding to do the decoding, but when I was in school, it was called programming, and that's what I just did. I did some programming. I do not call it coding. Anyway, enough for now. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.